Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. जय जय श्री गांधर्व के गिरिधर चैतन्य महाप्रभु की सर्वज्ञ विनाश लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदी। Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome to all. So today we'll be continuing with our session. Today it is the 18th session, the last session in Bhagavad Gita. And actually this is the conclusion, the perfection of renunciation. Now Krishna in this chapter is concluding the message what all he has given. So here you can find that ultimate solution for all our problems, whatever the problems, ultimate solution here Krishna is giving in this chapter, and this is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. So let us start without delaying. So let us start with the Mangalacharan prayers. So I request everyone to join with the prayers with folded hands. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namavam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshta Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swaminiti Namine Namacharya Padani Tikrupapadayana Gaurakatada Gragravattarane Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girimetrapata Maham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanyam. Okay, as usual. But today we have some difference. No? And seeing Prabhupada, till yesterday was something different. But today, after knowing about him, so after reading the PDF and seeing the video, separate relation or the connection with Srila Prabhupada. So now gradually we feel the gratitude of Srila Prabhupada. How much he has sacrificed his life just for us. Isn't it? Yes. So His Divine Grace Abhay Charanavinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Before, and this was the day before yesterday's 17th chapter. So in this, Lord is saying about the faith, the three modes. When we don't follow the scriptures, so whatever we do, it goes on the three modes, based on the three modes. And each and every activity, it is physically, mentally, emotionally, everything. These three modes take our control over us. And in this way it happens. So we should be with knowledge, because through intelligence, you'll be able to decide which is the mode you should be influenced, or which is the mode you have to take. So for present, I need everyone to take to the Sattva Guna. So make a chat of it, have Sattva Guna. So the Sattva Guna, this thing that is mode of goodness. A person who is in goodness, then he has to go beyond this Sattva Guna also, because normally Brahmanas are in Sattva Guna. Only who are in Prabhu, na class la irukra call pandra Prabhu, sorry. So what I was saying, yeah, Satuguna. But devotees who are in Satuguna, they have to go above Satuguna. That is when we have come to another level. For the time being, it is only thing we have to focus more on this mode of goodness. Then charity, how must it is. Each and every one should involve in this charity, especially grihasthas, to purify ourselves. The enjoyer of everything. This should be. Okay, now in today's chapter, it is a little bigger, the biggest chapter I can say. And here you have 5 portions that we are discussing today. That is a summary of karma yoga, modes of nature, ideal work, the love of God, and end results. As usual, you all know this. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a famous verse where I think each and everyone who speaks about Bhagavad Gita, they know this shloka, which is that Sarvatarman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha. This is what Krishna has assured us, everyone. Whoever surrenders unto him, we will be liberated. And he takes away all our papa also. He has his letters, but we don't know how to surrender in these things only. Even great acharyas have a confusion in this. Now, today I'll say a story. So as I was saying, I'll say some stories of the Vaishnavas, of the devotees. Today, final day, I'll give a best story for you to know. So there was a devotee by name Dasarathi. So Dasarathi was such a great scholarly person, and he was a disciple of Ramanujacharya. When Ramanujacharya is giving some discourse on some topic, he may not remember some shlokas. He will ask this Dasarathi, my dear Dasarathi, which shloka in this Agni Purana speaks about this topic? Then it is Dasarathi quotes the shloka from Padma Purana. Any Purana you ask, any Ityasa, he is ready to quote. That means just imagine how scholarly person is he. The story goes big, but I'll make it short. Once Kuratalwar asked this question and Ramanujacharya told him, and he got very much blissfulness, many other things. Now, Dasarathi is also having a doubt. He has a question he wants to ask Ramanujacharya. So he went to Ramanujacharya, asked, my dear spiritual master, I have a question. Yes, what do you mean? So he said, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. There's a verse in Bhagavad Gita. So I want to know the complete meaning of it. What is the meaning of it? Who's asking? A great scholar is asking Ramanujacharya. See, here you should understand, not that he don't know what is Sarva Dharman Parityajya, but he wants to know from his spiritual master, because that becomes authentic, that enters the heart. Not that when you're asking spiritual master, that means you don't know, you're a dumb-headed, nothing. Actually, you should be like a plain slate, nothing written on it. When you give to the Guru's hand, he will write on it. Not that showing puffed up that I know this, I know that. No, then we don't progress. Okay, fine. Then Ramanujacharya says, this is very tough verse to explain. And a person who has surrendered, who's implementing in his life, only he can answer this question. So you go to my spiritual master. You go to Shailapurna, he will answer. He goes to Shailapurna. Shailapurna was the person who initiated Ramanujacharya by saying the name of Om Namo Narayana. And he took a word from Ramanujacharya not to say to everyone, really reveal this mantra. But he went on top of the temple and ringing the bell. He called everyone and revealed it. So that's the big story there. Then his spiritual master was angry on him and he said, because you are a guru offender, Guru Aparadhi, then your head will break to 10,000 pieces. And Ramanujacharya was very happy. Let it be so, my dear Guru Maharaj. Why? Because so many conditioned souls are liberated by this holy name. If I myself enter the hellish planet also, no bother. So many are going to get liberated. Then it was Shailapurna who understood this. Then he realized that he is a great Acharya. Then he said, I'm not your spiritual master. You are qualified to be my spiritual master. And this is a big thing. Then now he is saying to Shailapurna. He goes there, he does the service for nearly months together. Then later part, he'll ask, who are you? Who Shailapurna? He said, I am Ramanujacharya's disciple, Dasarathi. Okay, what do you need? I need to know this meaning of this verse, Sarvadharman Parityaj. He says, why did not Ramanujacharya answer you? He said, he has sent to you. No. Who is a better qualified person than Ramanujacharya? He is a person completely surrendered. He's a great Acharya. You go back to him and ask him only. Meanwhile, he came back once again to Ramanujacharya. With folded hands, he was standing there. Meanwhile, a lady, she came there, and she was daughter of Mahapurna, another spiritual master of Ramanujacharya. So what has happened there? She came there by crying, and she said that, so I got married. And actually Ramanujacharya asked, recently you got married. What happened? You have come back once again in this disastrous situation, like crying. And then she said, see, in my house, nobody is there to work. I have to cook. I have to wash the clothes. I have to wash the vessels, clean the house, so many things. Beyond all this, there is no water. I have to go 3 miles walking to get the water. So I requested my father-in-law and mother-in-law, everyone, that you keep a servant, at least who gets water. That is sufficient. Rest all the work I'll take. They were very angry on me. They sent back, go to your father's house, get some servant. So I came to Mahapurna, my father. He told, I myself, I'm a servant here. You better go to Ramanujacharya. He might help you. So this is the only way, this is the only opportunity, or the only thing where I'll get some help. No other way, no other alternative for me. Please help. Just hearing this, Ramanujacharya sought towards Dasarathi, and he said to this lady, I have the best servant for you, who can cook, who can wash the clothes, who can wash the vessels clean, get the water, everything he can do. And Dasarathi understood. Who is this Dasarathi? A great scholar. He gave a posted obeisances to Ramanujacharya. Yes, my dear master, I'm ready to be a servant as your orders. Even this lady, behind this lady, yes, mother, however you instruct, I'll do the service. He went to the house there and he started doing all the service, cooking, washing clothes, washing vessels, cleaning the house, getting the water, all the things. Meanwhile, one day what happened, one person who was giving this Bhagavatam Pravachan or Bhagavad Gita, he came to that village. Oh, the great, more people gathered there, gave him a exalted seat, and he started explaining about the same verse, Sarvadharman Paritej. A person, something like me, unknowingly what is to say now. In that way, he sat there. He was explaining something, all what he knows about Sarvadharman Paritej. Then Dasarathi was not able to tolerate this. He came outside and he said, who are you? What are you explaining, Sarvadharman? Actually, he was cooking at that time. He was holding that spoon and he was having that towel. He came out and he started saying, this person was giving this Bhagavatam discourse. Who are you? What's your job? Cooking. Go and do cooking. You don't come and preach me. He sent. Then he got insulted. He went away. Once again, he was cooking. Once again, this person is saying his own whimsical meaning to that Sarvadharman Paritej. Once again, he came back. He said, what is this? Not only you are got polluted, you are even polluting everyone by giving this wrong interpreted meaning of the Sarvadharman Paritej. Then he started explaining it. Once he started to open his mouth, all the devotees who were sitting there, at once they started turning towards Dasarathi. And this person was sitting on the big stage. He just got down from his seat. Step by step, he was coming. Finally, he came to the feet of this Dasarathi and he fell down by giving posted obeisances. My dear master, who are you? I have never ever heard such kind of a discourse on Bhagavad Gita. Please let me know who are you. Then this Dasarathi, in a shy, in an embarrassed way, he was saying, I am Ramanujacharya's disciple, Dasarathi. Just hearing the name Dasarathi, the whole village started falling on the feet of Dasarathi, because they only heard the name. Dasarathi is such a great scholar, is the servant of Ramani, but they have not seen who is he. Now, see, hearing the name Dasarathi, everyone started giving huge respects and falling at his lotus feet. And finally, who was that lady's mother-in-law and father-in-law, they came to know this. They came out and they started giving obeisance. What kind of a sin we have committed, and you are coming and serving us in our house. Such a great offense has happened. So they said, sorry, we had to please. Then they made this pallaki, flower pallaki, made Dasarathi to sit on that. They took back to Ramanujacharya. The whole village went and gave respects to Ramanujacharya, and they were asking for pardon. We are sent your disciple Dasarathi to our house. So what will happen to us by doing this? In this way, they finally, okay, provide minutes. So then finally, so they said, how could we wash our sins? That we have given service to Dasaratha, that we should be at his lotus feet, always serve him, but we have taken in this way. Something, it was a big and finally Dasaratha goes, my dear Guru Maharaj, am I qualified now to take the meaning, understand the meaning of Sarvadharma? At once Ramanujacharya embraced him. He said, you are the only person who have understood what is Sarvadharma. Is surrendering to the words of spiritual master. Apart from whatever the position we are, how much we are surrendered to him. This is the only surrender which is equivalent to the surrender of Krishna. Nobody here is qualified to surrender to Krishna. When Krishna says, that is why we need Guru, Sadhu, Shastra to understand the intricacies of the verse. So when you surrender to Guru, that means you are surrendered to Krishna, because Guru says, surrender to Krishna. That is it. So in this way, and finally it was concluded. So Sarvadharman Parityaja means how much you are surrendering to your Guru, how much you are surrendering to the words of Srila Prabhupada, how much seriously you are taking this chanting of Hare Krishna and offering Bhoga to the Lord every day without miss. If you are done, that means even you have surrendered to the Lord. So all your sins will be vanished from your life, and you will be qualified to get liberation. Here, I hope this one story, the whole essence had completed. Now let us go further. Okay, in today's acronym, it is SMILE, S-M-I-L-E, SMILE. Now, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, the name of this chapter. So this chapter is a little big, so I'll go a little fast. Summary of Karma Yoga. True renunciation. Acting with detachment is true renunciation and brings freedom from reactions. Clear? Not giving up the actions. Anyhow, we have studied this in the 3rd chapter, Karma Yoga. Actually, Krishna is concluding it. He's saying everything and he's concluding it. So, not just giving up the actions. Karma Yoga means giving up the fruits or the results of action. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma paleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturgur mate sangostu karmani. Just giving up the results, but not our responsibilities. We should be more cautious on our responsibilities, but only give up the results to the Lord. Clear? Yes, that is true renunciation. There's other false renunciation is giving up the actions. Then detached from fruits, but not those activities themselves. Renounced order of life, sannyasa, and renunciation of the fruits of action, tyaga, are the same. This is another important topic you should all understand. Don't ever think sannyasi is great than a grihastha. Sometimes even grihasthas are greater than sannyasis, because even sannyasis don't have responsibility. They are reduced in their responsibilities. But a grihastha who are taking care of the house, taking care of even woman, an ordinary woman who is taking care of the husband, children, family, and who is chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, she is greater than a great sannyasi. Just an ordinary lady also. Then what to speak of others? So we should understand what is this. It says also so many stories to understand this all. So once there was a great sannyasi, a brahmachari, who was meditating under a tree, and day by day was increasing his power. So once what happened, a small pigeon or bird just made a little unclean. This thing, he was angry to see that below the tree he was sitting. Just at once, in anger mood, he just opened his eyes and saw the bird. At once, the bird turned to ashes. It was burnt. And even this brahmachari was happy to see that, oh, I have so much of powers now. Just by vision, I have burnt this thing. Now my anger is more this thing. He thought in that way. And every day he goes house to house to ask for the something begging. This is how the sannyasis lead their life. So on that day also he came out, he went to the houses. So he went to one house, he said, Bhavati Bhikshandi. That lady said, my dear sadhu, you wait for a while, I'll come, because I'm serving my husband. And for 2 minutes, she did not come out. Once again, he became very angry. He started saying, Bhavati Bhikshandi. She did not come. She said, my dear sadhu, please wait for another 2 minutes, I'll come. By the time she came for the 3rd time, she started shouting, Bhavati Bhikshandi, how dare you are making to me stand in front of your house, in your door, something. He was very angry. She came coolly, she gave this, and she thought, He was actually, he made his eyes red hot, like, and he was staring at her. She said, "You think I am a pigeon on the tree so that you can turn me to ashes?" At once hearing this person he was thinking that I'm great. Once he started falling at the feet of this lady. He said, "Mother, how did you know this?" She said, "I'm serving my husband. I know everything." Have you heard about Sati Savitri and Sati Anusuya, all these things on? She stopped even the movement of the sun to save his husband. That is the power of chastity. Don't think that sannyasis are great. Even an ordinary lady, if she takes up the responsibilities and very, what I can say, seriously and committedly, if she is doing the service for the pleasure of the Lord, she is equivalent to a sannyasi. I've said about Prabhuji's, now I'm saying about the Matajis also. Even everyone, it is here, nothing, there's no discrimination whether she's a lady, men or woman or a child or whichever varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, everyone are qualified to be the best of the best devotees. Everyone are qualified to go back to Godhead. Clear, only thing we have to take it sincerely, seriously, and get committed to it. Okay, now, work performed in this way is renunciation in the mode of goodness. Completely giving up is not goodness. It is tamoguna, ignorance, giving up the actions. But giving up the results is in goodness. Sometimes we also know, this thing we say, yes, I'll give up this, especially this today's Ekadashi. I'll give up that, I'll give up this, many things. Many times we think we'll give up even the life also. But small things we cannot give up. No, I don't know how many today are following Ekadashi. For this also, I'll say a small story. So once what happened in office, one person, he was insulted by his boss in front of everyone. He became very much embarrassed. What is this? I've gotten so much of insult in front of, I'm not going to live now anymore in this. I'm just going to suicide myself. Everyone catching hold of him. He said, no, I cannot live anymore here. Not in this world also. I want to die now. He was just going on the railway track. So I'm making it very short to here. So then one person came. Hey boss, where are you going? No. I got insulted with this. So I've decided that today some or the other I should die. I'll give my head under a train. He was just going. Then he said, okay, you're going then. Why are you carrying this tiffin carrier? There's a big tiffin carrier he was carrying. He said, why are you carrying this? He said, are you full? You know about Indian Railways? I don't know what time it will be coming. It will be half an hour, 1 hour late also. So you want me to die in hunger? So when the train is late, let me have my lunch. So I'm taking my tiffin carrier. Then he understood. He is not ready to sacrifice even his one meal. Is he going to die there? No way. That way, sometimes we think I'm becoming very renounced and I'll give up this, give up that. Small things we cannot give up. We cannot give up this. Ekadashi, let me observe Ekadashi also. Seeing those things, these things. If feel to eat, we don't give up, only mentally, forcibly, because when we are in association, we'll give up. Sometimes unknowingly, today also, myself, actually I'll be nirjal till 12, then I'll take some fruits. Today in the session itself, I was speaking and I just drank water. Then I realized already it is Ekadashi. Before the announcement, I drank. In that way, we are somewhere in this material, but in the association of devotees, it is very clear. Okay. Nahi deha brata sakyam tyaktum karmani asheshataha yastu karma palatyagi satyagiti abhidhiyate. It is indeed impossible for an embodied being to give up all activities, but he who renounces the fruits of action is called one who has truly renounced. It's very difficult to give up every activity, but definitely each and every one of us can give up the results. We can do each and every activity for the pleasure of the Lord. So this one thing is sufficient for us to get liberation. This is only knowledge that we should. And this knowledge has been given by the Lord. Sitting in the heart as Paramatma, he gives the intelligence. Just seeing this mobile, seeing this play, this thing, whatever you have, you should be qualified or able to see Krishna within it and how to use that in Krishna's service. And this intelligence also comes from Krishna when you're surrendering based on our surrender. How much you are surrendering to the Lord, so much Krishna gives the intelligence to surrender unto him. It's very simple. Only thing, the attitude, the mindset, the decision making should be within us as a desire that I should surrender to Krishna. Then the intelligence also is being given to by Krishna. Then motivation from false ego. Therefore, one who thinks himself the only doer, not considering the five factors, is certainly not very intelligent and cannot see things as they are. Actually, whatever the actions are happening, the activities, it's not only by me. There are five factors within it. You should read this chapter so that you'll come to know all this. The senses, the endeavor, and what I can say, the modes which are working on it, everything, finally, it is the Supreme Lord. Finally, it is the Supreme Lord who sanctions it. Tathastu. Then only the work gets completed. This one knowledge you should have. Okay, does not consider the final doer, the Supreme Lord. Motivated by false ego, consider oneself as independent doer of one's actions. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashah ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. With ahankara, with false ego, he thinks that I am the only doer. This is the situation of all of us, not only you, me, whoever is sitting. We think that I am the doer because of ignorance. Once we come to Krishna consciousness, we'll realize that whatever actions is happening, ultimately it is the sanction of the Lord. So we should be always in gratitude to the Lord. Anything is happening in our life, good or bad, even bad is also good. In the 7th chapter, somewhere explaining about the small fly. So difficulties are good to us, not bad, because it gives us the strength to fly to the Vaikuntha planets, spiritual world. So difficulties, challenges are good. Only thing we have to pray to the Lord. My dear Lord, please give me the intelligence and strength so that I should take up all the difficulties easily and the challenges. This is the thing our prayers should be. Okay, now, true motivation. Yasya nahang kratho bhavo buddhir yasya na lipyate hatvapi saima loka nahantina nivadyate. One who is not motivated by false ego, whose intelligence is not entangled, though he kills men in this world, does not kill, nor is he bound by his actions. Don't think about the small things, even the greatest of the great sin, killing a person. Even that results will not come to us. He's saying this to Arjuna. Arjuna, based on my words, based on my instructions, now if you fight, even if you kill the whole battlefield's army, you are not a sinner. You will be the liberation person qualified to get liberated because you are result free. Here, this is what finally, actually, we should be something like Arjuna. Accept it with folded hands. Humble mode, accept, then implement in our life whatever we do. Finally, we get. That's what Arjuna does in the final. Vachanam karishye tava. My dear Lord, whatever you instructs, I have come out of my illusion. Now I am qualified. Whatever the instructions comes through you, I'm ready to accept it. Just accept Bhagavad Gita and implement, and that is sufficient. Okay, motivation from Super Soul. How Lord motivates us. One is complete, one in complete Krishna consciousness under the direction of Super Soul within the heart is naturally not bound by any activity. He does all his responsibilities perfectly, but he is not bound by anything. He's not attached to it. Then not ultimately responsible for their actions. He is doing it. Whatever the results comes is based on the Lord's sanctions. So he's not bothered. He works hard. For example, this session which we are doing, we had so many members in the groups, but we know we did not expect that everyone will come to us. And even after that, we request every day everyone to turn on the video. And we know very well how many can do, only so many will be doing. So we are not result oriented, but we do it to the perfection. I'm just saying a practical example. The same way in your house, you should serve your husband, serve your wife, serve parents, serve the children. No expectation. They might think whatever, forget about them. They'll be in their mode. They will chastise us, they'll scold us, they'll blame us. Many things will be happening. But it is your duty to serve them. Krishna will be pleased. Forget about husband, wife, or children. Never there. No one you can please anyone in this world. But by serving them, Krishna is pleased. He is sitting in their hearts. He knows that, oh, my dear devotee is so blissfully is serving me. Even I'm in such a condition also is serving me. Because sometimes we see we don't feel to serve some people, because their activity or dealings will be like that. But you serve them, Krishna will be pleased. So this is one way. But chanting, this all good qualities comes by chanting Hare Krishna Mantra. Clear? Then think Krishna as supreme cause. If somebody is scolding us, Krishna is scolding us. This is for my purification. Simple. Whoever it might be, but it is coming through Krishna. That's it. So you should be always blissful. Somebody is going, oh, very good. So there's so many stories to say this. So I'll say one more story. How patient you should be, how you should be. Once what happened, there was a Brahmana. And this was live. This is not a story like this. Is an incident happened in Sri Lanka during the period of Tipu Sultan. These Muslims were harassing everyone. They were killing them. Many things was happening. So unwantedly they were harassing them. So once what happened, this Brahmana goes to this Kaveri, he takes bath and he was coming back. So one Muslim person standing on his house, he is putting the pan in his mouth. He is chewing and finally spitting on him. Just imagine, spitting on him. He went back, took bath, came back. Once again he's spitting. Once again he went back, bath, and he's coming. Once again, because he should be muddy to go to the Lord and do this service. And he was spitting this from morning around 5:30, 6 o'clock it started. It is going on till afternoon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And this person is going, taking bath, nothing, not even a word is speaking, he's not getting even angry. And this person was a Muslim. He was frustrated, surprised to see this. And finally came back, came down. What has happened? Nothing you are speaking. So then finally he said, sorry. I wanted to offend you, some or the other, agitate you, but I am sorry. He said, why sorry? Thank you. Oh, Brahmana is saying, thank you, my dear. Why? Because every day I used to get purified by taking bath only once in Mother Kaveri. But because of your mercy, today I have taken bath hundreds of times. So it's your mercy. Thank you so much. Understood? This should be our situation. Whatever they give the trouble to us, we should be very much happy. It is everything coming through Krishna, our purification. That's it. No quarrel will be there, nothing will be there. And you can see in just span of time, you will be the best friend to everyone. Everyone will be so pleased by your attitude, your activities. They will become your slaves, not servants. They'll become your slaves. Whatever you say, I'm ready to serve you, they say. But one thing, you shouldn't get a false ego by that. We should always the servant of the Lord. That's it. Yeah. Now, does not get enormed by the fruits of their actions, not motivated by false ego. Intelligence is not entangled. So our intelligence is not entangled by this cheap things which is happening in the material world. Our this thing is elevated beyond this modes. So we are in a spiritual platform. We don't get agitated. Yeah. So many things to say, but the chapter is big. We should go. Modes entangled as according to mentality. Now you can see these topics. Now, how important is these three modes? Krishna is saying each and every action, he just says these three gunas in this chapter. Knowledge, action or work, understanding, determination, and happiness. Knowledge. You can see this knowledge, implementation in three gunas, three modes, how it reacts. Goodness, sees everything as same spirit soul, absolute. Your vision changes in this Sattva. You'll be able to see everyone equal. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmanika Vyastha Nishuni Chaiva Shapakecha Pandita Samadarshinaha. Then, in passion, sees different soul in everybody based on duality. Sees the differences in everyone. Oh, sometimes this person also might hear this Bhagavad Gita and he will understand there is a soul, everything. Finally, because of his passion, he will still distinguish, stating that this is dog soul, this is cat soul, this is elephant. Yes, soul. Finally, it is soul, but it is cat soul because he can't come beyond that. As I was saying, the knowledge of a frog, which is in the well, it can calculate based on the well. If somebody is explaining about the ocean, it says, oh, 100 times of the well, 1,000 times of the well, whatever. But never it can come beyond the understanding of the well. Clear. And ignorance attached to one kind of work as all in all materialistic knowledge is ignorance. Nowadays, what we are sending, what we studied in the schools, what we are forcing our kids to do, go there and study, always torturing them for the studies. What are we making them to learn? Only ignorance. That is what happens. Foolishness. There's no use in our modern education, which is happening, but forcibly we are doing it. Without life, what is the use of learning mathematics, science, and social, so many things, without knowing who am I? The purpose of human life itself is gone. To say this, one comedy I could remember, one story about our modern education. Like one person, he came to the school. He was the master. So he wants to ask a question to the students so that that question should be in such a way no one should answer it. He wants to trap everyone. So he came to the classroom. He said, "My dear students, today I'll ask a question. Whoever answers this, I'll say he is the best student." "Oh, my dear master." Yes, 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 yes. Then he said, "See, from Bangalore to Mysore, it is 150 kilometers. Now, can you all say what is my age? Is anything related here?" You have seen these questions in the schools. They say A and B is to this length, and now what is the height of the C or something, all these kind of questions. Now, this person is Bangalore to Mysore, it is 150 kilometers. What is my age? Everyone are scratching their head. How to answer? How to calculate this? So even the master wanted the same thing. Nobody should say the answer. And one person stood. "My dear master, I know the answer." "Oh, is it?" "Yes." "Say what's the answer?" He said, "Your age is 48 years. This master became surprised. "Yes, because his age was 48. "How did you calculate?" I am not able to do so. "How did you calculate?" "No, master, it is very easy for me." "How is that?" He said, "I have an elder brother." "Yeah, elder brother. Okay, so what? How could you calculate this?" "No, no, no. His age is 24 years. "Fine, Baba. His age is 24. Then how did you calculate this one?" "No, no, he is half mental." "Okay, is half mental guy, your elder brother. It's fine. That how did you calculate my age?" He said, "You are full mental. So your age is double. It says 24, yours is 48." So in this way, our modern education is this. There is no meaning in that education. We study everything. And finally, sometimes my daughter also, sometimes I don't force them. I left very freely. Sometimes I say, "At least for the exams, you read." And she say, "Nana, what is the use? After studying everything, are you implementing anything? What your graduation? Anything useful? Anywhere you are implementing? No use. Why do you want to read?" She said. Yes, but not like that. While reading your something, see, now my education has been helping me to read this Bhagavad Gita, the scripture, saying something in this. So it is useful. I don't say no, but you shouldn't think that is ultimate. Okay, actually, ultimate is the Vedic knowledge, scriptural knowledge, understanding who am I. Okay, now let us go further. Now about our actions. Goodness, regulated, performed without attachment, love or hatred. Then without desire for fruitive results, false ego, with great determination and enthusiasm. When we take up some service, how enthusiastic you are, how determined you are, understanding what kind of action, what is the results of the action, so many things. And without any love or hatred, without any result oriented, without any hidden agendas, do the service, do the work, whatever is coming to us. Sincerely do. Definitely the result is coming from the Lord, not a person who is giving salary to me, nothing doing. It's only materialistic thing which is coming to based on my actions. But ultimately, the attitude which I have in the service, with the work, let it be office work or whatever, sincerely do it. That's it. Result comes from the Lord. And you should know, understand one thing, spirituality, the money which comes to our hand is not that it stays back the same way. Depends on the way we have achieved it, earned it. For example, if there are two persons working in the same office and getting the same salary, for example, 1 lakh per month, you think, and you see one family is getting degraded day after day after day, he'll become a person who is full of debt, taking the loans because for his children's education or something like that, this. Another person, day after day, is just improving the same salary because based on his attitude of the work, is sincerely serving there. So the amount which comes, it starts in, they call it as vriddhi. Vriddhi means it starts expanding. The same amount starts expanding because it is the mercy transforms to Lakshmi. But other person who's taking it is something like Chandi. So as soon as, because by some cheating or something is not working there, he's cheating his boss, the superiors, everything is getting the salary, but is not working to that value, the amount that is receiving. It will not stay with him. You might receive 1 lakh. This person is working for more than 1 lakh. He is receiving it. The 1 lakh stays and it is just even expanding also. And this person, as soon as he gets the salary, his son is not well. He has to some operation or something, surgery happens, he'll be spending 50,000 there, and his wife is not well or something, somebody dies, he'll go there, and his bike is lost. Something all happens in this way, and he's just day after day, he's just losing all the amount. Other person is very simple, sincerely serving. Everything comes and starts expanding, is a blissful life. So you should understand that not earning is important. Earning which you do, it should be like Lakshmi, not like Chandi. That means it should be engaged in the Lord's service, not only service, even while earning also, it should please the Lord. So this is all important. In those days, Gurukula, before coming out of the Gurukula, person will be perfect in his attitude, his actions, everything. So then if he becomes a Grihastha, no, he knows how to treat a wife, how to treat the child, how to treat the parents, how to take care of the family. In those days in one house, easily 50 members used to stay. And the house was only one big hall and one room or something. That's it. Everyone together, they'll sleep next to one. In our house, 25 members used to sleep in one house. We've not had any such kind of things. I need some personality. I need some this thing. No, that kind of, today, small kids, they say, I need some personal room. What, in which direction are we going? I don't know. Why does kid need his personal things? Why shouldn't they? So I've changed many of our families also. They themselves, husband, wife in one room and children's in one room. They make a special bedroom for them and these things. That is not at all a family. Family is a thing where everyone sleep together, eat together, talk together. If you have a TV, then something in our, just throw that out. Don't have that. Don't keep in your house. No relations. What is the use in being as a family? It's only for a namesake. Let me go further. Otherwise, I'll not go today. Okay, passion, seeking to gratify senses, from false ego, attached to work and fruits of work, greedy, envious, impure, moved by joy and sorrow. This is all by passion. And ignorance, performed in illusion, without regard for spiritual injunction, without concern for future bondage, and impelled by envy. And about this thing, all you should understand. And those days, you should see this business. When they used to sell this vegetables and fruits or whatever, no, after purchasing it, when I was a small kid, I used to go and purchase. After purchasing, they'll give one fruit extra, one vegetable extra, saying that this is kosuru. Kosuru, I don't know how to say in English. It's a bit extra. What is that? They were all great Mahatmas. Don't think there are ordinary workers, ordinary people. They were Mahatmas. They understood life. They don't get binded in this world. Because it becomes a debt that is called runa. They say there's nothing wrong in giving one fruit extra to you, because never I'll be runi for your account. Whatever you paid me, that 10 rupees, 100, whatever, I'm giving one fruit extra for you. You're able to understand today what is happening? They don't, even this, I'm also a businessman. So 1 kilo of stone, just start rubbing so that they want to make the weight less. So easily 25 grams, 50 grams, they have to rub and make it less. And they said everything is cheating is happening. So electric scale has come today. So they have a remote for that. Somebody is keeping the weight, no? If it is for 100 kilos, by the remote itself, he'll make 60. Or else he'll make 150 also. Now, it is not the scale has to be changed. It is only my intelligence, my attitude and my mood has to be changed. I should be in intelligence. I should have this jnana, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Not what is used in changing the scale. I know how to cheat. This or that. It's only my attitude, no? So those days we say they were fools, stupid, superstitious, nothing they know. They started worshipping stone, rings, many things we say in that way, no? Insulting them. But our ancestors were great Mahatmas. They understood the purpose of life, how to lead the life. We are fools. Only wanted cash, only money, money. What is money? Nothing happens. We are getting degraded day after day. Okay, impelled by envy, cause violence or distress, engaged in works against the injunctions of scriptures, materialistic, obstinate, and cheating. This comes under ignorance. Understanding goodness knows what is to be done and not done, what is to be feared and not feared, what is to be binding and liberating. As I was saying, the same example, the selling vegetables. They were so knowledgeable person, they were feared. This binds me in this material world. So let me be liberated. But today we don't have that knowledge. We think, hey, by snatching something, by taking, by cheating someone, so that if I cheat 100 rupees, oh, I have got 100 rupees. Do you think that it will stay back with me? With that 100, another 100 will join and go back to from us. This knowledge we don't have. This is the understanding which is required to us. Okay. Then cannot distinguish between religion and irreligion. They don't know what is dharma, what is adharma, because they are in the lack of knowledge, not having this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, does not know what should be done and not to be done. So without their proper understanding, they don't know what to do, not to do. There was a situation of all of us before coming to Prabhupada, before coming to Bhagavad Gita, isn't it? Yes. Now ignorance considers irreligion to be religion and vice versa. See, when you are in ignorance, it becomes right opposite. Whatever is religion, you think it is irreligion. And whatever is irreligion, you think it is religion. Sometimes you think, how is this? Yes, this is how the life goes on. Many stories against it to understand, but see, sometimes we think this is good, we do it. But the result comes wrong. Because of our lack of knowledge, there's so many things that we commit this kind of offenses, mistakes in our life. Small incidents or a story, like I'll say, and understand this. Once there was a small kid who was suffering from fever, and her mother not give anything sweets or anything cold item. She was giving only hot water, rasam, because she was suffering from fever. And her elder brother, he came, my dear sister, what has happened? What happened to small kids? Around 10 years, 15 years, something. She said, from morning, from past 2 days, my mother is not giving anything to me, to my wish. She's only giving this hot water, rasam, and this thing. Only she's giving the kashaya, everything. My even tongue has been spoiled in this way. She was saying, yes, what you need. She said, I like to eat ice cream. He said, oh, is it? Okay, wait. He went, brought ice cream, and he himself fed her. Is he doing anything wrong here? He's serving his sister. And she also was very happy by this. Nowhere in the picture you see anything wrong in this. Both were happy. Both is correct, you think. Finally, because she ate the ice cream, her fever started increasing. She developed pneumonia or something, and she was admitted to ICU or something. It became very serious. You're able to understand? So with knowledge, what you do, that's right. Sometimes it is giving pain, but it is good. Without knowledge, something you think this is happiness, this is bliss, but somewhere we are committing mistakes. Even in our eating style, sleeping style, speaking style, so everything. Even the grains which we take, even for Mother Earth, we are giving pain. Even by using the mobiles, we are giving pain to so many birds. So many things are happening in this world, and we are so ignorant. Now we say, now we have come to 5G. What 5G have you come? You already killed so many birds and so many things. What will you do having 5G, 4G, 10G, everything? No living entity will be there. Finally, even Mother Earth cannot sprout even a single seed. What will you eat? So which direction are we going? If we don't protect our culture, if we don't protect our kids, our generation suffers. That means our kids will suffer. My son, my grandsons will suffer if we all don't change. Okay, then ignorance considered that's under spell of illusion and darkness, always in wrong direction. No Bhagavad Gita, no life. You should every day, as soon as you get up, you have to chant this. No Bhagavad Gita, no life. You should understand that. Okay. Now, happiness in 3 modes. Goodness, poison at beginning, ends like nectar, self-realization. Yes, sitting for 1 hour, coming here every day at the same time. It is poison. It is painful. It is difficult. giving up so many other commitments, so many other these things. Yeah, you give up and sit here. Definitely, it is poisonous. That means poison means it is a struggle for us, but ends with nectar. From the day one you're sitting, this is the last day. How you're feeling? Definitely, you're feeling nectar. Something I've achieved in my life. Yes, from today my life changes. I'll have a happy life, isn't it? Yes, from the day one you have struggled for it. So today you're getting the results. So that is self-realization. Passion, nectar at first, poison at the end. So people would not attend for them. They cannot take the commitments. Oh, every day coming and sitting. To turning on video and sitting like still like this. I cannot be for a few minutes like this. I want to sleep. I want to do many things. No focus on that. Nothing. What is the use? They also might be in the session also, but they may not have the same realization. From the day when I was asking to chant, they might not been chanted or they might not been offering to the Lord. They will not have the same realization as devotees who are doing and experiencing. Clear? So arise from sense gratification, the laziness, the sense. I want to gratify my body. I want to gratify my this thing. In that way, they don't do it. And finally, they experience by tasting poison at the end. And ignorance, no need to speak about that person. Out of illusion, arise from sleep, laziness, and illusion, poison in beginning and poison in the end. In the beginning also, it is poisonous, their life. In the end also, it's only poison. Not only in this life, many upcoming lives also, it's only poisonous. Nothing in the person's life who's in ignorance. Clear? Yes. Now, idle worker. 4 social orders and duties, perfection through work, attaining the supreme. 4 social orders. This I said in the 4th chapter itself. Krishna says, Chaturvarnya Maya Sustam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. Yeah, 4 varnas. It has been created by the Lord Himself. It is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. I hope in that day when I said in the 4th session, many will be having a doubt. How come whatever Lord does, it is right? Yes, created 4. That means so many days I did not know that Krishna is doing this mistake by creating this Brahmanas and Shudras. That means he is the real person who has made this culprit. He is the culprit to make us all in this way. But today, your understanding will be different. Yes, Krishna, oh, then fine. Whatever he is doing, right. Yes, because of my foolishness, I may not be able to understand. But whatever Krishna is doing, that is right, because he is my Supreme Father. Whatever he does, he is the only well-wisher. He does everything good. Please, now if you have come to that stage, you are perfect stage. Still you have doubt on Krishna's, then nobody can help you. Even Krishna himself cannot help you. Okay, then Brahmana, we can see here the qualities of a Brahmana. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiousness. See, all these 9 qualities, a person who possesses these 9 qualities, he should be claimed as a Brahmana. Clear? Not a person just wears that genuine or that red and he just pretends to be a Brahmana. No, every pujari cannot be a Brahmana. Every person who is taken birth from a Brahmana family cannot be a Brahmana. A person who is having all these qualities only can be a genuine Brahmana. Others can be Brahma Bandhu, who has taken birth in the same family, is a Brahma Bandhu. That means he's still a practitioner to be a Brahmana. Like Ashwatthama. Who was Ashwatthama? Is the son of Dronacharya. But Srimad Bhagavatam says Ashwatthama is Brahma Bandhu. Never ever it says as Brahmana because he is unqualified to be a Brahmana. Clear? Yes. Now, Kshatriyas. Heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership. A person who's having all the 7 qualities is a Kshatriya. And for this, we shouldn't think whoever is in army also is a Kshatriya. No. For some basis, they have gone to army, they have joined army for their family sake or whatever is qualified, but not like everyone are in the same category. Some with bravery they have gone, with heroism, with determination, the resource, the power, the courage to fight. I should be the protector of my country. He is going and standing in the border. He's a great Kshatriya, is a real Kshatriya. But you cannot say everyone are there. And politicians never even can imagine that they are Kshatriyas. Kshatriya is a person who stands in the front of the battle. He says that after my death, only my soldiers will die. But today, what is happening in Russia and Ukraine war? They are sitting somewhere in the bulletproof this thing office or somewhere there. And they are sending all the soldiers, you go and die. You go and die. This is definitely not a Kshatriya dharma. Okay, now, Vaishyas, farming, cow protection, and business. Whoever engage in the cultivation of the land, the cow protection, the farming, and business are to be claimed as Vaishyas. And who are Shudras? Labor and service to others. That means service to Vaishyas, service to Kshatriyas, service to Brahmanas, or Shudras. Still, many may not be able to understand what is it. I'll say very clearly, who is doing work expecting some salary is a Shudra. Clear? Today's doctors, lawyers, we think they're even Brahmanas who are thinking that by doing this yajna, by doing this puja, I'll get some money. He is also a Shudra. Clear? Brahmana is a person who is completely dependent on the Lord. Yes, see, he does the service, he does the yajna, he does the puja, he is not expecting anything. But the person gives him, the result will be the same. But is only the consciousness. In which consciousness are we? And Shudras, where if they expect something by to our work, that is Shudra. We don't expect anything, is a Brahman. So it is many levels in this also. Kshatriya, Vaishya, and many things comes. So based on their consciousness. Yeah. Okay. Now perfection through work. Now we have a doubt. If I am a Shudra, will I be liberated? Will I go back to Godhead? Or should I be a Brahman? You didn't have this question. So one can become perfect by doing all the duties of his respective varna for the Lord's pleasure. See here, who is this person you know is in this picture? Today's name is Amrish, who is the owner of Ford company. Ford cars. Have you heard us? So he was the disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Henry Ford. He's a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And today in Mayapur, he has donated so many things. And he's the chairman of Mayapur temple. Even being a businessman, you can be a devotee. And you can see this soldier with chanting bag. He's chanting Hare Krishna. If any enemies come, he's ready to shoot them also. He's ready to chant. And this another devotee who was putting the picture, Krishna. You can see many other pictures. So there's so many elevated personalities who are in Krishna consciousness. It is never based that you are a Brahmana or a Shudra, whoever, even a Chandala. But it is how much you are surrendering to the Lord, how sincerely you're doing the service for the pleasure of the Lord. So I'll say a small story to understand this. Once, what happened in a village, Narada Muni, he entered that place. He came and there was a Brahmana. He invited, seeing Narada Muni, oh my dear great sadhu, please come. He invited to the house, made him to sit, and he started. And you should see his mouth was just flowing as a yanjas, that the mantras, the Purusha Sukta and the shlokas, everything, were chanting so well. And he said, I am this, I'm the pujari of this temple, I take care of this, I do that, everything is said. And finally he served Narada Muni also, and he said, anyhow, you're going to Vaikuntha. I have a question to you. Please go to the Lord and ask him, when will I get liberated? Okay. Then one more question also. Please see what Lord is doing. And that time what he's doing, you just come and say me. Okay, Narada Muni went. From there he was just going. Well, there was one more person who was a Shudra. He was a Chandala, we can say. He is a cobbler, stitching the slippers and shoes, everything. He was a cobbler, sitting under a tree. At once seeing Narada Muni, he ran, he gave obeisances, he invited this Jogdi or whatever, made him to sit and gave a glass of water. And there also good conversation happened. And finally said, let me know when will I get liberated. And he asked the same question. Let me also know what Lord was doing when you went to Vaikuntha. Then okay, Narada Muni, then he went to Vaikuntha. After just seeing all the other places, he went to Vaikuntha and he spoke to the Lord. And Lord asked him, anything special, my dear Narada Muni? He said, nothing. It's all, you all know. What should I explain you? But two personalities has the same question. One was Brahmana and one was Kabla. Then after asking the questions, everything, Lord said, this Brahmana, he takes 10,000 lifetimes to get liberated. Then Narada Muni said, oh, okay. See, Brahmana takes 10,000 lifetimes. Then what to speak about cobbler? He will take 1 lakh lifetime something. Then yes, what about cobbler? Then the Lord said, cobbler, oh, this lifetime he'll get liberated. What? He was such a great scholarly person. He knows all the Vedas, Purusha Suktam, so many things he knows. He takes 10,000 lifetimes, and this person is useless person, nothing he knows. You don't know what is what. How could you say that he'll be liberated in this lifetime? Then the Lord said, he asked one more question. Yes. Both asked the same question, that what you are doing at the time when I watch you, when I come to Vaikuntha. Then he said, you go and say them that I'm trying to insert an elephant into a needle hole. I'm trying to insert an elephant. Okay, my dear Lord, whatever you say. And he goes to the Brahmana, he says to Brahmana that I went to the Lord, I came back. So he said, you will take 10,000 lifetimes to get liberated. What? 10,000 lifetimes? What do you think? I'm such a great scholarly person. I know the essence of all the Vedas. You ask me that I'll take 10,000 lifetimes. Okay. If you are really, truly have gone to Vaikuntha, what he was doing? You say, what the Lord was doing at that time. He said he was trying to insert elephant into a needle hole. Narada, do you think I'm a fool to listen whatever you say? Do you think Lord is such a fool to insert a needle into a needle hole elephant? Is it possible? He started chastising him left and right. Finally, even Narada got bewildered. He just ran away from there. He left his Brahman and he went. He went to this cobbler. And cobbler also invited him. My dear sir, please come. Then you go to Vaikuntha. Yes. Then he said, what did the Lord say about me? He said, you'll get liberated in this lifetime. Who is it? See how merciful is the Lord. What qualifications do I have? I'm just a cobbler, but even see, the Lord is liberating me also. Such a great Lord, so merciful on all the conditioned souls. And what was Lord doing at that time? Then Narada Muni says, Lord was trying, here once again, Lord was trying to insert an elephant into a needle hole. This cobbler said, what? Then Narada Muni thought, oh, even he is not believing this. What? You say Lord is trying? Why should he try? By his Ichcha Shakti, if he says, let the elephant enter the needle hole, it's done. What is there to try? He was surprised to hear the conviction of this cobbler. He said, I went and said the same thing to that Brahmana. He has read all the Vedas, everything he knows, but he was not able to believe. And you don't know anything about the scriptures, anything. How do you believe this? He said, my dear Narada Muni, I sit under a banyan tree. You can see these fruits every day fall on me. You just open that seed. There are hundreds of seeds within that one fruit. That seed is smaller than the mustard seeds. It is something like till. It is in that size or smaller than that. See, he shows that and he says, there are hundreds of seeds within this fruit. And within one seed, the Lord has made such a huge tree has kept within that seed. Why can't he insert elephant within the needle hole? This is the conviction. At once he understood, yes, that is why you're qualified to be liberated, because you have so much faith on the Lord. And even after hearing this 18 days, we are all in so much of faith that yes, whatever Krishna says, it is absolutely true. Then we are also like the same cobbler. We are also not qualified for anything, but if our conviction is to such limit, definitely will be qualified to get liberated. Okay. Then attaining the supreme, Krishna says here, Bhaktya mam avijanati avanyasmi tatvatha tato mam tatvato jnatva vishate taram. Very first introduction itself has said this. Only devotee can understand Krishna and Bhagavad Gita as it is, without surrendering, without becoming a devotee. You cannot. One can understand me as I am, as a supreme personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me, by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. Clear? So no need to explain much about this, because from the day one, we are explaining this. Now, love of God. Love of Godhead, ray of hope, surrender unto Krishna. Follow. Depend on Krishna, following principles of Bhagavad Gita, under the guidance of bona fide Guru. Perform acts while remembering Krishna. Here, what else to be followed? First thing is depend on Krishna. Early morning, get up. Today is the day of Krishna, whatever he gives, accept happily. Then follow the principles of Bhagavad Gita. And if you are somewhere doubtful, take the guidance of bona fide Guru. Who is a bona fide Guru? Once again, because there is a last day, I'm saying, who is the bona fide Guru? Who is the disciple of his spiritual master? Not only disciple, who is a slave, who accepts the orders of his spiritual master and executes. He, as Srila Prabhupada, who has given, surrendered his life to his spiritual master, he can only be a Guru. Not whoever claims that I am a sadhu, I am wearing tilak, I am wearing that, this saffron dress. No. Yeah. Perform acts while remembering Krishna. Very simple. Do all the activities, all the responsibility things, but only while remembering Krishna. Remember Krishna and keep on doing your daily routine works. It results personal protection, pass over all obstacles, personally take you to supreme abode. Sufficient. No need to leave the house, give up a husband, wife, or children, everything, give up everything, go to Himalaya, sit there, nothing doing like that. Do your responsibilities, but meditate on the Lord. And whatever you are doing, it's for the pleasure of the Lord. Okay. Then ray of hope. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam rajaham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha. What an assurance Krishna is giving him. You just surrender unto me. That is sufficient. I know that no one is qualified here. You surrender unto me. Even if you are the greatest sinner, still you surrender unto me. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. I'll just clear all your papas. Mokshayishyami ma shucha. I will liberate you. I don't know how many have faith in these words of Lord Krishna. That's a small story to just come near to this understanding. Once, what happened? One king was there in a kingdom, and he was a great king and not had any children. So his death also was nearing. Then he thought, let me serve my citizens, my subjects. So he called everyone, said to the minister, he called everyone, all their desires to be fulfilled. Each and every one of that kingdom was invited, and everyone had their own desires. Like, I need a house, I need a vehicle, I need marriage, I need that, this. So all their desires were fulfilled. Then finally he called the minister. My dear minister, all the citizens of my kingdom have come and fulfilled their desires. He said, yes, my dear Lord, but one lady, one old woman, she did not come. She did not come. Why? You go personally, bring her to me. So that old woman, she was in a small hut. So finally they went there, they brought her to the king. And the king personally came and asked, my dear mother, why? Why you not come to take anything from me? Then she said, I have a desire. And I know very well it cannot be done. So I not come, my dear. What is your desire? She said, I am childless. I don't have anyone, but I wanted you as my son. At least for one day, I thought, as a son, I want to feed you. I want to take care of you. But I am so poverty-stricken, being in a small hut. Where will I serve you? So just I did not come. He got bewildered. He said to his minister, Minister, another 1 month's time, I want to be in the house of this mother, and I have to be taken care of, so that she should be capable to serve me. That's it. So then the minister took this lady, kept in some international guest room. My dear mother, you be here for 1 month. We'll do all the arrangements so that your house will be, what I can say, qualified to invite the king and serve him. So they started building a big Raj Mahal. And because when the king comes, it should be to his level, no? Its standards. And started building it. Then there is furniture, big sofa sets and everything. If the Lord wants to, if the king wants to take rest, there should be a bedroom, big cot. They arranged according to the king's size, of the law, king's standards. Everything was done. The kitchen was created, all the grocery, everything was done. After 1 month, this lady was brought to this house, and they invited the king. Just he came, and she very lovingly she cooked everything and started serving the king. That's it. You understood? She had a small desire that she wants to serve this king, unqualified. But the king gave her what all the requirements needed so that she can serve him. Now, what to speak of the Supreme Lord? Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. If you have a small desire that I have to serve him, why will he not make us qualified? It's only a desire I need, that I have to surrender to the Lord. I have to serve. Today's my meal should be completely offered to the Lord. Done. He will give all the guidance, instructions, everything. He will take care of that. So many other stories also. A person, just by his meditation, he pleased the Lord. And he was taken to Vaikuntha. What is happening here? So he was taken back to Vaikuntha. So Sarvadharma, only the thing we need is the faith in the Lord's words. That's it. Okay. Now let us go further. Surrender unto Krishna. Surrender only to Krishna. There's one more thing. It says, still we are not qualified to that level. Fine, not a problem. You can have all the devatas, worship everyone. Nothing wrong in it. But we have to come to the ultimate thing, understanding at least that the Supreme Lord is Krishna. Okay. Then transcendental peace, surrender, and eternal abode, free from sinful reactions. End result. Who can receive this? One who distributes this knowledge, one who studies, one who listens with faith. The supreme auspiciousness is created within his life. Who distributes this knowledge and who studies and who listens with faith. So who can receive? Devoted, non-envious, friend, and self-control. Then Krishna gives freedom. See here. Iti te jnanam akyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vishrushyaitad asheshena yatechasi tathakuru. Please hear attentively. Krishna has given complete knowledge to Arjuna. All the confidential matters he has revealed to him. Thus, I have explained to you knowledge still more confidential. Deliberate on this fully and then do what you wish to do. He is not ordering Arjuna. So he is not taking the independence of Arjuna. The same way here, we don't take your independence. Complete freedom. We say, request you all to come to the morning sessions, utilize what all you have here, you utilize to be a devotee. In that way, Krishna is saying, yes, completely I have told you. Confidential things, it is now up to you. You decide. And finally he says here, deliberate on this fully. You think which is better for you, then you do. Now Arjuna's answer to them. Na Arjuna vacha nashto mohasmitir labda tattva prasadan mayuchata sitosmi gata sandeha tarishe vachanam tava. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy. I am now firm and free from doubt and am prepared to act according to your instructions. Now the question, are we in this situation now? Are we ready to take the instructions of Bhagavad Gita, instructions of Shiva? See, now instructions also, we cannot take everything because we are not qualified to know what is Bhagavad Gita also. Only 2 instructions. My humble request to all, till your last breath, you follow this, that is sufficient for you. One is chanting. As soon as you wake up, take bath, clean yourself and chant. 1 round I ask, that's it. It's beyond that, it's up to you. If you wanted to become real devotee or something, you can chant 10 rounds, 12 rounds, 16 rounds, taking the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. But my request is only 1 round, at least every day, 365 days, anything happens. Somebody has taken birth, somebody is dying, something happened, like accident, that, so many challenges come in our life. But never ever give up chanting 1 round. And then offering to the Lord. Every day prasadam to be offered to the Lord. Whatever the preparation happens in our house should be offered. Okay, we are not in that level to offer, not a problem. At least 1 meal, at least a breakfast meal, at least the dinner or the lunch. You just decide to yourself. Because I can do some kesari bath and this thing, kara bath, upit. Yes, don't add onion garlic to it. Prepare. 1 meal you take without onion garlic, nothing wrong. Are this brahmanas from day 1 they're taking, are they dying there? No. Why will I die if you don't eat onion garlic? Nothing like that. At least for 1 meal you offer, you get qualified. So please the Lord at least by offering 1 meal. Don't think only milk and fruit, milk and fruit. Yes, milk and fruit were most degraded. But we have come to a certain level where we are able to understand this. I can build a relationship with the Lord by offering one meal and meditate on that, offering, then chant. You meditate, how will the Lord taste this? You should, that's why you need the devotee association. Go to Jagannath Puri, and their level is different. We cannot even imagine those things. Oh, Pandas, they are so lovingly serving the Lord there. And here also you can see in ISKCON, there's so many great devotees. See, don't think ISKCON itself means everyone are devotees. No. Now, who are all chanting Hare Krishna, we are all ISKCON only now. Don't think whoever enters ISKCON, whoever speaks about Krishna, they are all devotees. Some cheaters will come, some bogus people will come, they'll have some agendas and they'll come. Many things are there. Never ever you should think, oh, whoever is ISKCON is good also. That is also wrong. Don't be foolish. Go, approach, see what is he, whether he is a sincere devotee, then you surrender unto him, then follow his instructions. That is good. Okay. Now, Yedam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshva vidhasyati bhaktim mai param krutva mami vaishyati asamshayaha. For one who explains the supreme secret, the devotee's pure devotional service is guaranteed. I don't know how far I am preaching here, now I am guaranteed, but definitely, but Krishna is assuring, yes, because you serve on the words of your spiritual master and you give this knowledge authentic, not whimsically or based on my knowledge, intelligence, authentically what you heard by Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj, and give that, yes, you'll be guaranteed. And at the end, he will come back to me. So even you can do this. You can see next Kannada sessions are coming. You can just approach your neighbors, everyone. And let's see, if you're not able to preach, see, not preaching only who gives the class. Now I'll show you. In the background, there's so many big team who are doing. Everyone equally potent to take the mercy of the Lord. Because they're not coming in the front, but they're serving. Indirectly, they're serving the Lord. Yes. So one who studies, worships me by intelligence. One who listens with faith, frees from sinful reactions and attains to the auspicious planets. Just persons who are here, who are not attentive, but had faith and listened to this 18 days, definitely they'll go to the heavenly planets. Forget about liberation, may not be there because they're not executing devotional service, but definitely they'll go to the heavenly planets because they completely heard, listened to this with faith. Okay. Now, Krishna, here the last verse, Sanjaya says to Dhritarashtra, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Tanurdaraha, Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Mathir Mama. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power and morality. This is my opinion. Wherever there is Krishna and his devotees, definitely there is Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Just become a devotee. Accept Krishna in your life. That is sufficient. Be with that devotee association. Everything, just life transforms like anything. Yes, our karmic results will be there. Our problems will be there. But I am growing here. My problems are as usual. It is coming daily to me. But I am growing. My consciousness is growing. My vision is changing. So I am becoming superior in my knowledge. So I am able to understand everything perfectly. Why is this difficulty coming to me? For example, somebody is dying in my house. Why is being dying? What is happening in their life? We'll be easily able to understand. And I'll be as it is. So nothing changes to others who are seeing us. They feel that nothing, they're struggling so much, so many challenges, so many difficulties. But when Krishna comes to our life, it will be a blissful life. Don't think Pandavas struggled. Yes, for our vision, their life was only struggle. But they were so happy, blissful. Otherwise, why Kunti will pray to the Lord, please give us problems. Because you'll have such an experience that, see, today some problem is coming. Krishna has saved you. And tomorrow another problem is coming. You'll be waiting. How Krishna is going to help me? Let me see. So yes, there's some relationship between the Lord and the devotees. Problems are coming, but they're so happy to see that, oh, today some or the other, I don't know, till the last minute, Krishna is giving me this problem or he'll protect me. This is the experiences that will be happening in devotee's life. And when you are really devoted, We'll be experiencing this. I have experienced so many times. Recently, also, I met with an accident. The car was just smashed, nothing there. Today also, it is in still service station. They said it takes at least 3 months. It's a big car, but six members were within that. We had gone to Electronic City for preaching. While coming back, this accident happened. Nothing happened to anyone. And seeing the car, everyone will say, not even a single person can be alive in this. Everyone should be spot out. But Lord Nrsimhadev, he came personally protected. So all the pressure for the accident went on to the wheel. The earth it went, the wheel broke, but nothing happened to us. So I cannot say, oh Krishna, I'm praying to you. Why did this happen to me? I had such a huge karma that everyone should die and many things should happen. Krishna came and protected. So happy, so blissful. So in every moment, every step, Krishna is with us, is protecting. So it depends on our vision, how we see. So when you're a devotee, your vision becomes perfect. Yeah. Yes. Now that's done for today. So summary of Karma Yoga, modes of nature, idle worker, law of God, and end result. So thank you so much for being with us and making this session successful. So without you all, I don't think this might have been happened. Thank you so much. So these are our background team. So it is Chandrasekhar Prabhu, I think you have seen him. And Anil Prabhu have attended the morning sessions, you might have been seen him. He's hosting, and Raju Prabhu, who's taking care of all this PDFs, PPTs, and many messages which comes. And the YouTube, YouTube will be shared to you in the group today. So I request everyone to subscribe to it so that upcoming videos, everything you can see. And Pramod Prabhu is taking care of all your this thing. What is that? Quiz, and anything you are not able to find, your name is missing, you can approach to him, you can send. And everyone are not free. They are in their own work. They have their companies. They are working in this thing, taking care of their family. Additionally, they're serving Krishna. And tomorrow, you all can do the same. You can take part in the services to your limitations. Don't think I should become a big, nothing like that. Even an ordinary lady can do. They can calling service in the below. You can see here. It's all the devotees who are doing the calling services. I hope you might have been got some call. Some Mataji has called you and reminded you that there's a class, there is this thing. Some services you can take in that way. And here you can see we have this Kannada sessions, 4 sessions of chanting sessions we have. And each session is around 100, 110 devotees, 90, 80 devotees in this way. And there is only one English session. I don't know why. When I take Kannada sessions, the numbers are more always. To one batch, at least 100, 150 devotees come for the chanting session in this thing. I feel somewhere this English people are lacking. Other than Kannadigas, they don't take up. Only the next level for the regular chanting, around 15, 20 members come. That's it. I have taken 3, 4 batches of English. Still, we have only that. And they be for a few months. What is this every day getting up morning? They give up and go. They cannot be constantly also. But somewhere you should all be. Okay. And it is Manu Prabhu, who handles one Kannada session, and Manjunath Prabhu, and Shweta Mataji, and Dhanlakshmi Mataji. Most of them are teachers, and Dhanlakshmi Mataji is a principal in Narayana College. And the Shweta Mataji is a headmaster, something in a school, something. There are so many lecturers and headmasters of the school who are serving. And this is Sindhu Mataji. She handles the English session in the morning. I hope you should have been seen her. And today also, whoever is attending morning sessions, you can see it. So she takes care of this. In this way, everyone as a team, we work. And definitely all are qualified to take the mercy of Krishna. Krishna is Bhava Grahi Janardana, not that he sees Hanuman is a great server. No, squirrel. He treats squirrel service and Hanuman service equally. He sees how much you are giving, how much faithfully, how much complete with determination you are serving. That is it. Even small service also, Krishna will be very much pleased. Okay. And finally, thanks to our Nrsimhadev and Giridhara, who made without any interruption, without any obstacles, this all went on good. And the support from our temple also, who always encourages us to do more and more such kind of sessions and make more devotees. So with their encouragement and blessings of their lordships, we're able to do. And in your life, you don't forget this ABCD. That is, one is association of the devotees, book reading, chanting every day, and deity service on the diet. So prashadam. Okay, A, B, C, D. Remember this. And now our journey continues. So this is not the last session. So this will be continued. So every day we'll have this chanting session for 30 minutes and 90 minutes every weekly once. We'll have from Bhagavatam a discourse of 1.5 hours or 90 minutes. Okay. Thank you. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lakshmi Nrsimhadev. Sarvajna Vinash Lakshmi Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai. And our divine couples, Radha and Krishna, when they reside in our heart, it's only bliss. So let us pray to them. Let the resting place be our heart. Let us purify our heart and invite them. Andarika Giridhari Mahaprabhu ki jai. And our Srila Prabhupada, our whole life should be a gratitude to him. He has sacrificed his life. And now, how much sacrifice or gratitude does I show to him? How much I preach this Bhagavad Gita to others. So old man, 70 years old man can do, why not me? It's up to us now. Okay. And this is our ISKCON HPR temple. Whenever you're willing, you are free enough, you can come and visit us. Okay. Hare Krishna. Now there is a quiz link. This will be the last quiz link, and all the quiz will be open. I'll request Pramod Prabhu to send all the links, whichever you have missed out, and just complete, so that after the completion, we'll be sending an online certificate to you from ISKCON. Okay. Yes. Once again, yes, repeat. Okay. Iti Shodashikalamnam Kali Kalmashanashanam Naparupratropai Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. This is from Kali Santana Upanishad. It says this is the only mantra, that is Hare Krishna Mahamantra, for this Kali Yuga, to remove the contaminations of this Kali Yuga. And there is no other alternative, even if you search all the Vedas. And this is said by Brahma to Narada. Yeah, yes. Singadev Gandarika Giridhari HPR. So we usually ask this feedback. I don't know how much time is permitting. Still, if somebody is willing to share your realizations and feedback, you can go ahead. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, are you there?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you for wonderful explanation, Prabhuji. So as this is the last session today, so if anyone has questions about this last session, you can raise your hand and ask your questions. And yeah, so the quiz links also will be shared again for it will be open for all the 18 sessions, and you can attempt and complete it if you did not get chance to complete any of the sessions. And yeah, so it's mandatory to complete all the quiz links irrespective of the score. So you will get certificate even if you score 0 in any of the answers. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Prabhuji, no more announcements.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Okay. I'll wait for another few seconds. If somebody raises their hand for questions, we'll take the questions. Yes. Or else I'll just give the option to unmute. Whoever is willing to ask, you can just unmute and also ask the question. Now you can unmute, I think. No questions? Lakshmi Mataji.
Thank you for enlightening us. Thank you, Prabhupada, and your our group.
Thank you, Mataji. Thanks for all your support. Yes, Santosh Prabhu, please, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Prabhu.
Prabhuji, we'll be asking queries, but today I just want to thank you, nothing else, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for all the time and efforts you have put in. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Hare Krishna.
Thanks so much. Okay. Okay. I thank each and every devotee who has assembled here. So I pray to the Lord that everyone should get the mercy of Gandharika Giridhari, Nrsimhadev, the Lordships, so that they should give you more and more empowerment become the devotee and preach to others also. And you all should become great, exemplary to the whole world. So will be my prayers to the Lord's. Okay. Thank you so much. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. So now once you can say Hare Krishna and leave the meeting.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mamata.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Pita Mataji, Hare Krishna, Ratna
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Mataji, Hare Krishna, Hema Mataji, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
yes, Balakrishna Reddy Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Nita
Prabhuji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Chitra Mataji, Hare Krishna, Kumada Mataji, Anand Prabhu,
Hare
Vijay
Krishna
Mataji, Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Mataji, Shivraj, Krishna. Okay, thank you to all. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Rajesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you all for joining the session. Please join morning sessions to continue in this journey and take peaceful experience every day. Thank you all.
Yes, thanks. Prabhu. You can end the session.
Yes.